Episode 6 of Trying British Foods. I live in Manhattan and I've recently discovered a shop that sells British food items that are not otherwise available in American stores. So I have been trying different recommendations that you all have sent to me. The response to this series has been so overwhelming and really fun, and thank you so much for all the wonderful suggestions. I've received so many recommendations and so much positive feedback from everybody. I really appreciate it. I've also incidentally, as a result of this series, received a couple of marriage proposals, which is very nice, you know. I have 4 things tonight that I'm going to go through that have been recommended by a lot of people. So I have 2 different drinks. So one, a lot of people are asking me to try. It is dandelion and burdock. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I have no idea what this tastes like. No idea what this is going to be. It does say on the back, though, it says, the eccentric botanical blend of wild and unruly dandelions and the purple flowering burdock sounds rather daft. But did you know our British ancestors have been making this mysterious combination since the Middle Ages, proving it's totally timeless? Then the other drink I have is this bar, and it says on the front that it's Shandyade. I'm going to be completely honest, I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means. It says on the back that it is sparkling shandy flavored soft drink with sugar and sweeteners. No idea. Going completely blind. I could not tell you what Shandyade is if you force me to. These Skips, these are prawn cocktail flavor. A lot of people were recommending these. A lot of people were asking me to try some type of brown sauce. So the 2 that were recommended were HP and Daddy's. And so I went with the latter, and my fellow cigarettes will understand why, because the fact that you can go into a store and buy something called Daddy's favorite sauce or Daddy's sauce, that is hilarious. So I just put this with some ground beef just because I wanted something really neutral. So we're going to start with the dandelion and burdock. I've poured it into this glass. This is much darker than I was expecting. This almost looks like a cola or something like that. But so let's see. Okay. You know what's fascinating to me is so many of the drinks in this series, I've liked all of them, but no one can really explain what their flavor is. And the answer is always like, oh, it's just a mystery. I find that a little odd. This tastes good. I would actually say this tastes like, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but this tastes like sort of like black licorice. It has a very like licorice type flavor, which I love black licorice. And so I would happily drink this. Again, like the other 2 drinks I've tried in this series, not terribly sweet. That's not a criticism, it's just a fact. Don't like it quite as much as the Iron Brew, but I do really like this, the dandelion and burdock. Okay. Now for the bar Shandyade. Doesn't taste like very much, to be really honest. I guess the closest thing, this would be sort of similar to root beer or kind of a lemonade type of flavor. It's very, very mild. The taste is not particularly strong. It's kind of like if you were to have a very, very mild root beer that had a little twist of lemon flavor in it, perhaps. That's what this tastes like. So I'm fine on this. I probably would not go out of my way to buy this again. All right, now the Skips, the prawn cocktail flavor Skips. I don't particularly like these, but I think that's my fault. These are just not really to my taste. I don't really like prawn cocktail, like that is a flavoring I don't typically like. And in this format, it's making the flavor even more intense. Very crispy though, very light. Yeah, perfectly good, just not really to my taste. Probably, I will finish these, but I probably wouldn't buy them again. Let's try Daddy's sauce, shall we? Okay. Very intense, powerful flavor that I wasn't quite expecting. A lot more spice and vinegars compared to something like ketchup, certainly. I think the closest equivalent we would have would be A1 steak sauce, which has very, very similar flavor, Though the A1 here is it's much runnier than this. This has more of the consistency of say, a ketchup. But this, I think, and maybe just because I'm a beginner, but I think this needs to be used sparingly because the flavor really is pretty intense here. Like a lot of other things in the series that I've tried, what's notable about this, just as an American eating this, is there seems to be a full embrace of a side of the palate that's much more about savory bitterness. And that's not a criticism, but we don't really have things that are quite this powerfully bitter and powerfully savory. So it's new to process that. To go a bit easy on the daddy sauce. Thanks again for your recommendations. Please continue to send me more, and I'll see you next time.